Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Somi. If it's your first time here, I hope you stick around because I post amazing content. If you know me well, you know that topics like this, they don't sit right with my soul. So today's topic is one that irks me, and it strikes a nerve anytime I come across things like this, because we are in 2024 and there are people that are trying to drag us back to the 1950s or to the 1800s even. I came across this video a few days ago. It was posted on Joy Soap TV or Joy, I don't know, but you know Joy Soap, yes, their Instagram handle. It was posted on their page a couple of weeks ago. They have this series where they talk about different, topics in the society, and I'm here for it. I really like it, and so I decided to pick on this one that I just saw a few days ago. So I'm just going to play you a little clip. Is by a man named Mark Anthony. He's from Abia State. He's a creative who runs a book club, and he's 28 years old. I need you to remember that he's 28 years old while you watch this clip.
I always say this thing, this new definition of things, and it has disrupted the order of society. Nobody can talk me out of it. A man, you chase money, your wife attends to the house. If your wife is chasing money with you, your children will become nuisance. That is why small things, 16-year-old girl don't they do runs, 16-year-old boy don't they do yahoo. Why? Mama no dey house, mama they pursue money, papa they pursue money. No home training, nothing, no morals. The streets will give you the orientation, and the orientation is always chaos.
So I am smiling, I'm laughing because I don't want to get angry, because every time I see this video, it sort of upsets me, so I don't want to get upset, so that's why I'm just smiling away. Anyway, so his claim is that the reason we have Yahoo boys and we have wayward teenagers, wayward young adults, people who have lost their way in society, why there's so many of them, is because women have decided to earn a living and do something else other than take care of children for the rest of their lives. That's the reason. That's what he's claiming, that this is the reason. The first thing I'm going to say is that why does he think, or why is it, or why do you think it's only the woman's role to instill morals in children, or to teach them things, or to guide them? Like, why do you think it's only women that can do that? I mean, this is not even funny, I should stop laughing. There are hundreds of things, countless things, a plethora of things that a father can instill in their child that a mother cannot. I know that people grow up in different environments, and that affects the way they think. It affects their decision making, their thinking, their thought process. It affects everything about them. But then when you grow and you become an adult, it is up to you as an adult to unlearn the nonsense that you have learned growing up and relearn what is right. You cannot ride on the wave of that's how I was brought up, or that's what my mother told me, or that's what my father told me. You can't ride on that wave once you're an adult. You're 28 years old, you're almost 30 years old. And the worst part is that he actually owns a book club. So it means that he's supposed to be well read, but then for him to still have this idea about women is quite disappointing. I mean, I learned how to cook from my dad. That I know how to cook today. That I make nice sauce. I make nice peppered meat. I learned that from my dad. In fact, that is just like the most basic of the basics. There are so many things my dad has said to me that my mother hasn't. There's so many things my dad has said to me that have put me or changed my perspective about a lot of things in life. But there's somebody out there that says a man's place is not to do that, it's the woman's place. People like this are people who think that the man's job is solely to provide. These are the kind of men that when they come back home, their children just drop the remote and run away from the parlor and go inside their house, because they don't have any business, they don't have any relationship with their father. All they know is that he's the head of the family, that is supposed to be shooting out commands, and everybody should be afraid of him. All he does is provide. That should tell you how fragile this man's ego is, because he feels that if a woman, or if the woman is making her own money, then he's useless to the family. Because that's it. If you feel that way, it means like they're taking your job away from you. And then if you're taking your job away from you, then what's left for you to give? And that is so wrong. There's a man's job is not solely to provide. A man's job is also to take care of the kids. It should be like a shared responsibility. You cannot leave it to just the mother to instill morals, to instill like it's crazy that in 2024 that people that still think like this. It's crazy. Like, it's beyond me. I sit down and I'm trying to think of like, okay, how is this possible? And then I can't just wrap my head around it.
Women have to go back to their traditional roles. As a matter of fact, a career woman that is chasing her career, where is she chasing her career to? As a woman, your greatest satisfaction is not that career.
Isn't it funny how a human being wants to dictate and is so certain about another human being's purpose in this life? Isn't it funny? I know that there are lots of women that don't want to get married. Not everybody dreams about getting married and having kids. Some people dream about being the best that they can be in their career. Some people think about being billionaires and just living their best life, traveling the world and not having anything to do with a guy or a man or having a family. So there's some people that even get married and don't want to have kids.
Because I know women who get to the apogee of their careers and did not marry for a very, 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 very long time, chasing their dreams, making money, doing this, doing that, doing that, doing that. They get to a point in their life, loneliness, the reality of their feminine existence will hit them on the face.
Well, there are people who are married and are still lonely. Money can actually satisfy women. Reaching the apex of your career can actually satisfy a woman. It's not only men that get satisfaction from reaching like where they have, from reaching their full potential or reaching where they dreamed about. Why do you feel like women can't get satisfaction from that? Why do you think it's only children that can get? There are a lot of frustrated mothers out there that if you ask them now, they'll tell you that they wish they didn't have children because of the way it's painted, like every man is supposed to have kids. There's some people that have kids today that did not want to have kids, but because of what will people say and what would this say and what would that happen, they have children and they regret it. So would you rather have people like that?
Okay, why not gaga? Because the peak, the apogee of femininity is being a mother. And if you stay single and that time comes, that is what doctors call menopause, then there's nothing like child for you again. You live with that emptiness.
Do you know there are people who can't have children? So this menopause you're talking about is not even any of their business because regardless of it, they can't have their own kids. Do you know that?
No matter how you want to sugarcoat, financial independence and all that, a woman will get to a point in her life and she will need, there's a warmth that money cannot give you.
Money doesn't give men warmth either. Money doesn't give anybody warmth for that matter. But money can buy you a very, very, very cozy duvet that can actually make you warm in the night. So what he's actually trying to say is that you cannot have a career and be a mother. Funny, because I'm here to tell you that people can actually have careers and be mothers. They are not mutually exclusive. You can't say, oh, if you want to have a career, you can't be a mother, or if you want to be a mother, you can't have a career. You can actually excel at both things. You can be a career woman and you can be a mother. You don't even need to talk too much. There was a certain woman by name Mrs. Adora that made rounds on the internet a few weeks ago because she became the MD of Zenith Bank. Isn't she a mother? Hasn't she been thriving in her career for years? Like in Enugu State, she has a school, she has a hotel, she has a lot of establishments in her name, and she has children as well. So isn't that, if that's just one example, there are millions of women out there that are killing it at home and killing it at work. But you, with your small, closed mind, think that it's not possible. Why? Why do you think it's not possible? Do you know what I generally feel? I feel like he knows that it's possible, but he just doesn't want it to happen because he knows he has nothing to offer women except money. So he does not need a woman to make that money and make him feel useless, because that's the only reason someone will still have this kind of mind in 2024. It's crazy how you can reach heights that the next 100 men or even women can reach or attain, and then someone will want to squash that down and want to belittle all your efforts and everything that you have worked for your entire life simply because you don't have a child. Isn't that just pathetic? I've never seen anyone or any record or any award given to anybody because they were the best mother in the world. I have not seen anything like that. I haven't seen any plaques on anyone's walls or offices saying, oh, best mother of 2023, best mother of 2024. Don't get me wrong, being a mother is amazing, having kids is amazing, but that should be because you want to and not because society expects that from you or anyone expects that from you. It's because you want to and you feel that you're capable of doing it. But then when you hear things about, oh, the first black woman to do this, the first person to do this. Have you ever heard the first person that had 50 children and was the best at taking care of all of them? But then there's someone that's saying that the height of your life is that you are a mother. Isn't that just laughable though? Isn't that just laughable?
I don't see career women where even with them and their career and their money, their husband, nicely they do everything. Do you understand? So the part about career women and marriage is not mostly about a woman being a helping hand financially. Because some women will still make the money and the man will still do everything. So how about that?
You can't now use that to judge everybody and say, oh, because there are women who don't contribute to the family even though they're making their money, and then women don't have any business making money. Like, what's that nonsense about? As a grown woman, so if I want to buy mascara, I'll go and meet my husband. My love, I need to buy mascara. Please, can you give me 3,000 naira? You say, okay. I need to buy cream. My dear, my soap has finished. I need to buy my soap. I want to go shopping. I don't have clothes again. I want to buy clothes. Like, I don't understand. Am I a child? Is that woman your child? Like, why? I'm not even saying the right things. If you die tomorrow, who is going to take care of your children? Who is going to take care of your family? How will they survive? How exactly would you expect them to survive? Because she has no naira to her name. But then wouldn't you be happy if your wife is working, your wife is killing it at her job, you know that this woman is earning cheddar? If you're sickly on your bed, the least of your worries will be, oh my God, how my children eat, how my wife eats, because you know that she has that down already. All you're worried about is getting better. But then imagine that you're sick and you're the one providing. In fact, you've not even died yet, and your family, they are also dying with you because they cannot eat. Gee. There are women that have dreams and aspirations, and there are women that can actually balance both. There are women that all they've thought about their lives is being the best cardiologist, being known for being the best accountant, for being the best surgeon, for being the best anything that they can be. But then you want them to kill that dream. Like, there are people who have dreamt about being a certain thing in their life for like since their childhood or since whenever. And then you now tell them that their dream is useless because they need to marry and give birth to kids and take care of those kids for the rest of their lives and not have a career. Like, isn't that ridiculous? Let's even leave the money part aside, because there are some women that even if you give them the whole money in the world, they still want to work. They still want to fulfill some sort of purpose in their lives, because you can't just they can't just sit down at home. They will go crazy. I know for certain a lot of older women who would have led happier lives because they did what they wanted to do, or they followed their career path, or they had jobs or whatever, but then they grow up being very angry and very resentful and very unhappy because they are probably maybe like in their 40s or in their 50s, and they feel okay, they cannot even attain this thing they wanted to attain, and this is what they wanted their whole life, and now it's too late for them, and so they're just very unhappy because they can't do this thing. And then the reason they can't do it is because they chose to stay home and take care of the kids, like this guy is saying. There are some people that might even go as far as disliking their children or disliking their family, being very unhappy because they feel like you are the reason I didn't get to where I wanted to in life, and now life has literally run past me and now I can't do anything about it, so I'm going to end up living an unfulfilled life. And then who will be happy about that kind of thing? Imagine like all your life, all you've dreamt of is healing sick people or giving people like another chance at life, like, you know, being a surgeon or being a doctor. You just want to provide that service because it gives you it makes you fulfilled to know that you can actually make somebody feel better again. Do you get? And you've dreamt about this your entire life. This is what you've been wanting to do your whole life, because that's the only thing that fulfills you. To be able to see somebody that is sickly on this bed today, that cannot move, can't talk, and then with your expertise, with your knowledge, with everything you apply, in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks, that person is whole again, and then you're so happy. That's what gives you life. And there they now tell you that, see, you can't do this thing. You have to marry and you have to take care of the children. And then every day, all you do is you wake up in the morning, you take care of your kids, you bath them, you feed them, you drop them at school, you come back home, you wait for them to close school, you pick them from school, you help them do their homework, you cook for them, you do everything, you clean the house, and then you go back to bed. Like, do you think that this person would be happy with life or in life? Do you think so? This person would grow up with a lot of resentment. You end up not even being the best mother to your children because you're not even at your best self. Or what I'm going to say is that motherhood doesn't and shouldn't hinder anyone from reaching their full potential or attaining anything they wish to attain in life. The highest thing that motherhood can do is just delay it for a couple of years. Because I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. Like, pregnancy can be so hard on some people that they can't even do anything, they can't function properly when they're pregnant. Then postpartum, they need to recover, so some people that don't even want, you know, their kids to have any sort of, you know, external help when they're infants. So let's say you want the 9 months that you're pregnant, the 1 year or 2 before your child starts going to school, and then you can have some time to do something. So a child, maybe it can delay you for a few years, but it shouldn't be what will say, okay, you can't do this, or because you're a mother you can't. I don't believe in that. So motherhood shouldn't hinder anyone from being who they want to be, or it shouldn't be your reason for being so resentful or hating life or hating anyone. Anyway, as usual, I need you guys to drop your opinion and let me know what you guys think about this. I will be reading and I'll be in the comment section responding to all the comments. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys are feeling my beats. My week keeps going back. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed watching this video, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and share.